Hi, SIMADA friends. Just wanted to welcome you to December 2020. Hope everybody's ready for the holidays. And we are SIMADA Delta Chapter. I'm Beth Cordell. I've been asked to be the Vice President and very grateful for that opportunity. This year we are island nations around the world. This is what we're studying, cruising the islands abroad aboard the good ship SIMADA. And just a reminder that our symbol is the beacon. The creed is, "O beacon of light, show me the way, be thou my guide day by day. Fill my heart with desire sincere for knowledge and wisdom, faith and cheer. May your rays give me strength to learn and live. Grant me understanding. Help me to give." So that is our creed and the symbol. And our motto is self-improvement through mutual appreciation and individual activities. So this month we're going to do Madagascar. And the first thing I thought of was the movie, and I was ready to go, whatever that song is about Madagascar, all those dancing animals and animation. And then I thought, oh, I should probably actually learn something about Madagascar. Really, not just through my usual form of study of through animation and cartoons. Oh, and my glasses are right here, so let me go over, and I'd just like to say, Luana, thank you very much for sending your information to us, and Sharon, thank you very much for emailing it out. So the Republic of Madagascar is an island country in the Indian Ocean, approximately 250 miles off the east coast of Africa at over 228,000 square miles. It's the world's second largest island country. The nation comprises the island of Madagascar and numerous smaller peripheral islands. The nearest mainland is Mozambique. Let's see, the human settlement of Madagascar occurred between 350 BC and 550 AD by Indianized Austronesian peoples arriving on outrigger canoes from present-day Indonesia. And when I looked up more about Madagascar, there was one person who had gone over and had it has a lot of Asian influence and African influence. So you can actually see in the people from Madagascar have both influences. Some will look more Asian than others, some will look more African than others. Let's see, other groups continued to settle on Madagascar over time until the late 18th century. The island of Madagascar was ruled by a fragmented assortment of shifting political alliances. And beginning in the early 19th century, most of the islands were united and ruled as a kingdom of Madagascar by a series of Merina nobles. This monarchy ended in 1897 when the island was absorbed into the French colonial empire, and the island finally gained their independence in 1960. I thought that was interesting with all of the upheaval and political things going on in the United States in 1960, having a civil war or making sure that they could gain their own independence in the same era was interesting to me. Madagascar is a semi-presidential representative democratic multi-party republic, I'll say that fast 5 times, wherein the popularly elected president is the head of the state and selects a prime minister who serves as a counselor to him. Malagasy is the way that you say. The name of the people is Malagasy, and their language is Malagasy. Anyway, Malagasy and French are both official languages, and according to the United Nations, Madagascar belongs to the group of least developed countries, and the quality of life remains low for the majority of the Malagasy population. The Madagascar, only about 2% speak English, and then less than that have access to any kind of internet, and so they're just not going to be tuned into the world affairs like we are. I watched a little clip on YouTube about travel, and they call it Malagasy time. And if you've been to any island nation, or like even to Hawaii, you get the idea of island time. Well, Malagasy time is a real thing. Things just happen at a way slower rate, which is very refreshing, I think so. Anyway, Madagascar is a biodiversity hotspot. Over 90% of its wildlife is found nowhere else on Earth. And that word is endemic. And I thought that was really interesting. And so when I think of the movie, the animated movie Madagascar, they land, all these animals from the zoo land on Madagascar, and who greets them but the king of the lemurs. I watched a documentary on the lemurs. The lemurs came from Africa. First of all, they were alive during dinosaurs, and they obviously outlived the dinosaurs. They were nocturnal during the dinosaurs, and then when everything erupted in Africa, the assumption is that they got on kind of a big raft of logs and trees and just kind of floated over to Madagascar, and that's where they are. Their lemurs are not found anywhere else. In fact, the documentary said that many lemurs can't live in captivity at all. And one of the other things that I thought was interesting is that there was a woman who was studying the lemurs and helped to create a national park specifically to protect the lemurs. The other thing I thought was really interesting, I know, is that lemurs are, I'm trying to think of the right word for it, but the women rule. So even though the cartoon showed a man and a bunch of men ruling the lemurs, it is, I want to say monarch. That's not the right. You've probably said it 12 times already. Sorry. Anyway, but the women rule, and the women and their daughters are taught from birth, and they lead where they're going to stay, what they're going to eat, how they're going to be, and the males follow. Even strong males have no way of overtaking the females, because the females have established this ruling anyway. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Lemurs are characterized as Madagascar's flagship mammal, and over 100 known species of the lemurs are found only in Madagascar. Since the arrival of humans, so this was something else that the documentary talked about, is that the humans and lemurs need the same resources. The humans brought kind of cow-like animals that graze, and so they need more open space. Madagascar is very tropical forest, very dense forest, and some of it's quite rocky areas. So what the humans have been doing is they'll just set a fire each year and burn so that they get more grazing area. But it hasn't been until recently that they thought that maybe they should put out the fire. So they would just let the fire burn into the jungle and it would extinguish itself. Well, all of that was lemur territory, so the lemurs kept getting smaller and smaller chunk of home. So it helped to have the scientists go in and study the lemurs more and then help the humans understand, hey, to have both live on the island, the humans have to, yeah, they're going to burn and they're going to get the areas that they need for their animals to graze, but that lemurs need to be protected. That's why they created the national forest. Let's see. Since the arrival of humans to Madagascar, the islands have lost more than 90% of their original forests. Madagascar is the last major landmass on Earth to be settled by humans, except for Iceland and New Zealand. So Madagascar is the world's principal supplier of vanilla and cloves. In fact, 80% of the world's natural vanilla comes from Madagascar. Madagascar had outbreaks of bubonic plague and pneumonia in 2017 and 2014. In 2019, Madagascar had a measles outbreak. And of course, they are currently suffering with all of us with the COVID-19. Human rights in Madagascar are protected under the Constitution. Religious, and their main religion is Christian. And they became Christian before any colonials landed on their island. So they've been Christian almost from the beginning. Religious, ethnic, and sexual minorities are protected under the law. There's also a law which allows journalists to be arrested for allegedly spreading fake news. And I appreciated this comment from Luana. President Trump would love that law. Here in Mesa, Arizona, we have palm trees, but it's the sea breeze we lack. Anyway, so that gives you kind of an idea of Madagascar. And I want to show you on here what I do with how to find, these are my two, first of all, those are my two just adorable grandchildren. I know everybody's got pictures of theirs and it's fun. Anyway, so this is Google Earth. And I try to get it so that you can see. And this is where we live. And I'm going to type up here in the search. And I'm going to type in Madagascar. And it came up country in East Africa. I'm going to click on that. And you will see it. Zoom out. There's the United States. It goes around the world. There's Africa. And there is Madagascar. An island right off of Africa. Yeah, that one. The other thing that I like about this is that down here is different buttons that you can push, and I just pushed on one that looked like a person, and it brought up a whole bunch of little dots. So I'm just gonna make those dots bigger. And I see quite a few right here in this park. So I will just, it's loading the street view and it's gonna take us in as though we are standing on the street in Madagascar. Isn't that amazing what it does? I love Google Earth. I have had so much fun looking up different places that I've just wanted to see. I'm trying to get the There you go. Anyway, so you can see what it looks like. Obviously, an area that's been developed. Anyway, so there you go. Madagascar. Thank you so much, Luana and Sharon. And then just a reminder that in January, Cora Levitt will be our presenter. So Cora, you send us your information to Sharon. She'll send it out to everybody, and then I'll do just a little video on it. Thank you all so much. We really hope that you're safe and well and enjoy these videos, and we'll talk to you next month. Merry Christmas, and may God bless us with a wonderful 2021. Bye.